Superstar Shah Rukh Khan has stirred a controversy after his video calling Southern superstar Ram Charan with a name has gone viral. Shah Rukh was performing at the Ambani's pre-wedding festivities when he called Ram Charan Teja to the stage. Shah Rukh then asked him to imitate South Indian languages and also called him Idli-Vada reportedly. Well, even though Ram Charan himself has not commented on this matter, some people at the event and other netizens criticized Shah Rukh Khan for being disrespectful and racist towards Ram Charan Teja. Well, Shah Rukh, of course, may have said what he did in jest, of course, and in humor, but it's not gone down well with a lot of people on social media, it seems.
Ram Charan, Ram Charan, I think you're here. Ram Charan, Ram Charan, come here. Ram Charan,
Ram Charan,
show us how to do it.
Ram Charan,
Show us how to do it, Ram.
Ram.
Alright. Come on, Ram, show us how to do it. There you, Ram.
Joining us at this point is Rahul Ishwar, activist. Also with us is Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst. Radlakshmi Joshi, political analyst, also joins us live. C. Rajshekharan, President Voice of Tamil Nadu, is also joining us live. Rahul Ishwar, what do you make of this controversy? Do you believe it was just a joke, or do you believe it was in bad taste?
Closure. I'm one of the biggest fans of Shah Rukh Khan you can ever see. Shah Rukh Khan, absolutely, I'm marveled at his performance. मेरा नाम भी राहुल है. Rahul नाम तो आपने जरूर सुना होगा. But on a serious note, I mean, see, big stars, when they utter things, it can create huge ripples. So I hope Shah Rukh Khan, I mean, the entire thing can be in bad taste. It can be interpreted in many ways. I hope, some kind of acknowledgement comes from Shah Rukh Khan. I think Aamir Khan is a very good model for all this, because Aamir Khan, last time when the controversies happened, especially in dealing with the right of center spectrum, Aamir Khan was acknowledging that some things may have happened. He was open to apologizing. So that kind of stature really befits our stars. We all love Shah Rukh Khan. Who doesn't love Shah Rukh Khan? He is more popular than Tom Cruise worldwide. With the recent Jawan and Pathan, they have all won the hearts back. But casually referring to Idli, South Indian tone, things can have different casually racist, as many people in internet are calling that kind of undertones. So I hope some kind of acknowledgement comes. And there has been report that some person who's close to, who's a makeup artist from the Ram Charan team, walked out saying that it is disrespectful. So Shah Rukh Khan may have said that in a humorous one. Of course, not meant to insult, but something can be sensitive, pressure points. And I hope King Khan will own up to that and have some kind of acknowledgement.
Yes, let me take that across to Radlakshmi Joshi as well. Radlakshmi Joshi, what do you make of this controversy, this uproar that has erupted on social media after these remarks which were made on the stage of one of the functions at the Ambani festivities in Jamnagar?
Good afternoon, Uday. And, it is sad that, in the midst of some celebrations, such a controversy comes up. And, I would strongly want to rebut one point of what Rahulji said. I would disagree that Tom Cruise is not as popular as Shah Rukh Khan. And coming to that, if say tomorrow, if Tom Cruise at some event, at some point of time, if he calls Shah Rukh Khan and say, "Hey, you chicken tikka, come here," would that be respectful to Shah Rukh Khan? So you have to understand that there is this point where say today you cannot imagine a Shah Rukh Khan calling something like that to say Mr. Bachchan. So there is this level of respect that one has to keep. So you also have to understand that same. I'll give you another example. At the Academy Awards, there are a lot of these hosts that roast a lot of these celebrities left, right, and center. So there, If say Mr. Bachchan is there, or Amir Khan is there, or Shah Rukh Khan is there, or even Ram Charan is there, they may be making fun of them, but people take it in good humor. But then when it comes to our Indian audiences, what happens is, especially in the South, these stars, they are huge, they are larger than life. They are people who have a huge following, and people almost worship them like gods. So you have to understand that they are deeply, they have that deep sentiment towards them. So anything that you say, that can go very badly against you. So this is something that you need to understand. And I have seen that Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, he is a great orator, I would say, but at the same time, sometimes he tends to get carried away with his humor. Like, for example, there has been another instance of that I can remember is with Mr. Neil Nitin Mukesh, when he said something to the effect that what exactly is your last name? All the words in your name are all first names. So what is your last name? And he made fun of it, and they were laughing. And then Mr. Neil Nitin Mukesh, he took offense to it, and he said, I find this extremely disrespectful, and my father is sitting in the audience, and I think you need to apologize. So you cannot just get carried away. In your sense of humor, you need to understand that the other person, the kind of stature that they enjoy. Just imagine that they are performing on this song Natu Natu, which was celebrated at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards, and the person who had performed it and who was actually celebrated at the Academy Awards. So obviously, you have to understand that they do enjoy a stature, they do enjoy an international recognition. At that place, at that celebration, there were international guests, there were people who are the top of the line of every possible, whether it may be a corporate, whether it may be from the entertainment industry, from all across the world. So that is not a stage where you just kind of make fun of people and pull them up by using this kind of a language, especially. So I think that he may have done it in good humor, and even Mr. Ram Charan Teja, he has not actually come up with any kind of a statement, but I can see that his fans, his followers, they seem to be deeply anguished. And it is unfortunate, that such a controversy has come up, because in today's times, anything that comes to all these languages, again, it erupts into some kind of a controversy, where people always tend to be touchy, because they feel that North Indians make fun of South Indians and things of that sort. So vested interest can always pick up on all these things and say, see, this is what we were talking about. So there are a lot of instances where people have told me, Uday, that, oh, your name is Rajlakshmi, I had expected you to be a dark girl with oily hair, and all those kind of things. So I find it extremely offensive that how can you just stereotype a particular community, how can you stereotype a person and say that you belong to a particular state, so you are supposed to look like this, you are supposed to be eating this. So they tell me that, oh, you must be eating Idli-Vada all the time at home. So I find it extremely offensive. So if somebody were to call me Idli-Vada, I would not like it to there, very frankly, however close they may be. And, I may laugh it off at some event perhaps, but I'm sure that I will not like it if somebody does that. So, I think that people, especially in, big events, especially when they are in the public, they need to know how and where to stop their humor. Otherwise, they will also be at the receiving end. So if you are doing some kind of a humorous act, you should understand that there can be repercussions, and then you should not say that, oh, we were doing this in humor. You should be open to the repercussions as well.
Right. Let me, take that across to Syed Asad Abbas now for his view. Syed Abbas, this, controversy, of course, erupting on social media. A lot of comments coming into these statements made. What do you make of it? Is it, a storm in a teacup, according to you, or is it justified?
I truly believe, Uday, with great power comes great responsibility and equal accountability. I think a superstar like Shah Rukh Khan could have been a lot more careful. He's known to getting into controversies. This is not the first time. This has happened in Wankhede Stadium. It happened with his son. It's happened with his movie, My Name is Khan. So therefore, I undoubtedly, like Rahul Ishwar, my brother, I'm also a huge Shah Rukh Khan fan. So to me as a fan, it's sad to see people attacking him. So therefore, दूध का जला छाई भी फूक फूक के पीता है. You know, even if you're drinking a glass of water, you need to blow it. That is very important because celebrities are bound to be vulnerable. Every word of theirs matters. Every word is weighted. And now we are in the era of social media where any slight mistake could be presented as a larger than life one and good. I'm sure knowing Shah Rukh, the good human being he is, the great person he is, he meant in jest, he meant in fun. He never meant in any way to demean Ram Charan or any of us who are all South Indians. We aren't Idli-Vadas. We are definitely bona fide Indians, human beings. We have a right over morality and many other things. But yes, what I certainly understand, I agree with my dear friend Raj Lakshmi, is there could have been better choice of words. He also needs to know a Shah Rukh Khan, a celebrity who's been almost all his life, that there is a lens of camera always there. He's a celebrity, a public figure. So every word of his will definitely matter. So always there's a beautiful saying in Hindi ke jab aap ek मंजिल पर आ गए, एक मुकाम पर आ गए, आपको हर एक लफ्ज सूझबूझ के बोलना है, नहीं तो उसका बहुत बड़ा बवाल उठ सकता है, धमाका हो सकता है, which I'm sure Shah Rukh Khan does not need a negative publicity like this. And I think a subtle message from Shah Rukh Khan would do the likes. I'm sure people across India, the world love him. And yes, he's got more fans and he's more popular than even the likes of Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or anybody in the world. And he's also the second richest actor in the world. He is Raj Lakshmi. Do your Googling research. He's one of the most famous actors in the world out there. So actor who's been given with the best of fame, the best of awards, the best of everything, must be really careful about his words, his actions, his demeanors, because in the world that we live in, it's like there is a camera everywhere. You never know where the camera is following you. Sometimes you might make fun out of a situation. You might say anything which could go haywire. So therefore, the best way to go about is know that you're a celebrity, know that there is a camera around, know that certain words, certain statements can do a lot more harm. Undoubtedly, we as fans, I know all of us South Indians on the panel or Indians from the South, we all love Shah Rukh. But the fact is, addressing a person as Idli-Vada and so on and so forth would hurt a little bit. Probably a tweet from Shah Rukh will do the needful. I'm sure he's a person who is genuine. He's a very kind-hearted, large-hearted, loving human being. We've seen him in his movies. We've heard him speak. Undoubtedly, he's one of the best orators out there. He speaks from the heart. So knowing him, I know he never meant to insult or cause any intended hurt towards anybody or any particular sector or group or community. So therefore, a large-hearted man like Shah Rukh must come out, must say it was in jest, he meant it in fun. He never certainly want to address a particular person from the South as Idli-Vada, which is absolutely uncalled for. And also, I'm sure the trolling, the social media trolling, which is largely taking place on Twitter, on Instagram that we see on Facebook, YouTube, will absolutely stop. So I think preventive measures would have been better. But now, since the deed is done, he can certainly come out or probably do a quick, fun video with his friend Ram Charan. And Ram Charan also telling the people that Shah Rukh loves the South. He's done a movie like Chennai Express, which was absolutely fantastic. And also in the movie Dil Se, we saw him dance to the tunes of A.R. Rahman and Mani Ratnam. How can we forget the song Diya Jale, Jaan Jale, happened at God's own country in my friend Rahul Ishwar's good space. So why not? All that can certainly come through. And knowing Shah Rukh, he's a very witty, humorous guy. I think a couple of lines of his humor mixed with the right sense, and that will do the trick. So I think, therefore, the way ahead is be careful, be more vigilant of your words, your action. And yes, Shah Rukh Khan will be the King Khan that he always is and who we always love and we adore. and Raj Lakshmi ji will be back to saying, Shah Rukh, we love you and we cheer for you, which you just do. And just say his name is famous, Rahul. Naam to suna hi hoga, Rahul Ishwar ji. And what about Rahul Gandhi? Over to you then.
Okay, let me take that to C. Rajshekharan as well for his viewpoint. C. Rajshekharan, what is your take on this storm that has erupted on social media? Do you believe the controversy is justified? Do you believe it was not intended to be the way it's come out? What is your take?
To speak like this, definitely, as a superstar of Bollywood or Indian cinema, he should have maintained the decorum and the decency of making any kind of comments in the public stage, especially calling Ram Charan with Idli-Vada. Of course, Idli-Vada, everybody envies Idli-Vada, the recipe of Idli-Vada. So nobody can question the taste and the best part of Idli-Vada. They would by default become fans of Idli-Vada. So this shows how people are jealous about Idli-Vada, not because of Ram Charan. So Shah Rukh has only spoke out his desperation towards Idli-Vada, and we have to take it in a positive stride, and also expect Shah Rukh to give an apology towards Ram Charan. And I think South Indians love Idli-Vada, and even Shah Rukh will also love Idli-Vada. That's my point. I don't want to make any other comments on Shah Rukh's behavior, because he's not a small person or a young boy. He's an elderly man. He must have some responsibility in speaking against anybody, about anybody, rather.
Okay, let me take that across to to Radhalakshmi Joshi once again. Radhalakshmi Joshi, do you believe that when celebrities make certain statements like this, it encourages others as well sometimes to follow the same in schools and colleges, given the fact that many take a cue from their role models and icons?
Yes, definitely, Uday. That is the concerning bit. That these are all influencers. So, that is why, the public figures, they come with this added responsibility that they are an influencer, and then they influence, especially the youth. So, you have seen so many instances where all these dialogues and, things that people, celebrities, they have, whatever dialogues they have mouthed, the youngsters, they may repeat it, or we have all been repeating a lot of dialogues from so many famous movies. So something like that, it can stick. So it is sad. You cannot just call somebody, you cannot make it like a slur where somebody is called by the kind of a favorite food of their state, maybe. So that, I think it is a very offensive thing. And as much as we love our idlis and our vadas and our dosas, I don't think that, that can be our identity. And it's not just the idlis and vadas that are part of our cuisine. There are so many other things also. It's such a vast cuisine. So, it is something that a public figure has to think. Like, my friend Syed Abbas, he was talking about how, they have to weigh every word that you speak. So that, you cannot just give out that responsibility. So this thing is something that a lot of people think that if Shah Rukh Khan has said it, then, it's okay. And it isn't just the idli vada. There were some other words also before that. And unfortunately, when you don't know the language, there are a lot of things that, you could say something wrong and a lot of people could make fun of it. So then I think that especially celebrities, they should be a little more sensitive to these factors, to the fact that other people are watching, and then they may be getting influenced, and then they may want to imitate whatever you're doing. So that is the sad part, and that is the concerning part, that they have this added responsibility. So I think that, in all good faith, I think that Mr. Shah Rukh Khan could perhaps put out a statement saying that, this is not what I meant, and maybe even an explanation saying that this is a part of my something from my previous film. That is what I understand. But then it was not necessary for him to address Mr. Ram Charan Teja in that way. Like I told you, the person's fans, they will definitely not like somebody being degraded in this manner, because everybody, in at least, like for example, I would say that, in your own house, say maybe your child, they will be looking up to you in a very different way. So obviously, and similarly, you will not want your parents to be addressed disrespectfully by anyone, even if they may be their very close friends. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, in among Ram Charan's fans, they will definitely not find this anything acceptable. So they have to understand that, it's not just Bollywood that has some kind of stardom or some kind of fan following. That there are other stars, and that they have a bigger following, actually, because their films have reached an international audience, and they have been accepted and celebrated worldwide. So that kind of a status that Mr. Ram Charan enjoys today, I think that Mr. Shah Rukh Khan should be understanding of that, and he should put out a statement, with that respect.
Okay, let me take that across to Rahul Ishwar. Rahul Ishwar, do you believe celebrities should weigh their words, especially when they are at such public events which are being photographed and videographed in such magnitude?
Absolutely. See, they have spent years of their life to become celebrities. So after becoming celebrities, they have a responsibility. Like, since it's a movie debate, I mean, based on movie and movie star, in Superman, there is I think Spider-Man, there is a very significant dialogue which says, with great power comes great responsibility. So a person of the stature of Shah Rukh Khan, when he says something, when he casually remarks something, it becomes news. It becomes matter of prime time debate. The national media picks it up. And especially, earlier, maybe you may remember 2 or 3 years earlier, one MP also said, we are okay. We are even living with South Indians. I mean, there was a very bad thing. So these things are very offensive. The most important thing is, in a diverse nation, in a pluralistic nation, we cannot afford not to be sensitive. Being sensitive and being sensible are the ways in which we can uphold the whole Indian civilization, culture, and our nationhood. So people should be respectful. It will all end, like earlier said, if Shah Rukh Khan can have a good picture of having Idli with Ram Charan, or acknowledging something, or saying, sorry, or some kind of acknowledgement, saying that a goof up might have happened with something. And that will only increase the stature of Shah Rukh Khan. I hope he definitely does that. He has that magic. He has that charisma. I hope he really weaves that magic and erases these things off the public consciousness.
Yes, let me take that across to see, do we have C. Rajashekharan with us? Okay, I think we've lost C. Rajashekharan there. Syed Abbas, okay, I think we've lost Syed Abbas as well. Raj Lakshmi Joshi, the fact, of course, very clearly is that now, there is also, a lot of north-south debate breaking out these days, particularly given the fact that elections also are around the corner. Do you believe that we will see more such controversies, given the fact that Lok Sabha elections are coming, and there will be some leaders also, political leaders also, who will attempt to stir this north-south divide?
Yes, definitely, Uday, and that is exactly my concern. That is what I said, earlier, that a lot of people, they are always looking for such opportunities where they can say that, look how the North Indians are degrading the South Indians. So that is something that, they keep playing on the psyche of the South Indians, especially, in the state of Tamil Nadu. That is exactly what happens, that they have forever been saying that, they have been talking about the Tamil pride. Yes, there should be a pride for everybody. Everyone should have a self-respect. But then every state has that pride. So, now that is exactly why I was saying, that especially, some stars from Bollywood, they think that actually they are the ones who are ruling the roost. But and it used to happen earlier, maybe perhaps because Bollywood films had a much bigger budget, and they had a much bigger, wider base, and they had a much wider audience. But now today, the South Indian films, they have bridged that gap. They have actually moved over to even international audiences. They have started dubbing in all the languages, so all the films are accessible in all languages. So that bridge has been gapped. So now today, everyone can enjoy even the South Indian films, and the stars of the South, they are today even celebrated in the North also. So, when this kind of an episode happens, again, there are these people who can pick on it, and they can make use of it to say that this is the reason why we are saying that we are different from the North. And, PM Modi ji has been trying so hard to bring the South and the North together by, with this thing of Akashi Tamil Sangamam and things like that. So, that is because we don't want these differences, even though the language may be different, but the culture is the same, and the common feeling is the same. We are all a part of Bharat, and that has to be there. So you cannot go around calling somebody that you are a Rashagulla, that you are something else, and you are, like I was talking about, you are a pawwala. There are a lot of obscene references that are made on the basis of the food that somebody eats. So that, I think, should be avoided, and especially among film stars, among people who have a very good influence among people, they should not be saying such things, because then it becomes an easy target for people who are looking to make all these kind of comments. Like today, there was a very dangerous comment from this DMK minister A. Raja, where he said that India is not one country, but it is many countries who have been brought together as a union of different countries. So he talks about how every state which has a different language is a different country by itself. I mean, that is such a dangerous thought, and it is such a separatist thought. So if everybody starts thinking like this, then I think that we will become a very vulnerable country, where anybody can draw lines, and they can draw all these kind of cracks between us, and it's very easy to divide us. So I think that we should all actually celebrate the differences. We should celebrate that we have such a vast culture, and that there are so many different cuisines, so many different languages, and we should be able to respect each other and not make fun of it. That is not something to be mocked. That is something to be respected, and that is something that you can maybe appreciate and say that this is what I love about your state. So if somebody says, "Oh, I love your idlis and vadas," then that is a different way of saying it, instead of saying, "Hey, you idli vada." So that's I think you should know how and where to draw the line also there.
My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on the broadcast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.